Hey folks, Stratman here from pitware.com. Going to take you through a trade I did yesterday on cable. It's the pound, the US dollar. Started off that trade by posting to the thread here. If you get an opportunity, please have a look at this thread at Forex Factory. It's in the commercial section of Forex Factory, and the thread's called pitware.com. So anyway, we started the trade by just letting people know on Forex Factory here that I was looking at a possible long trade here. Reasons for even considering a trade were, first of all, dashboard. We've done 70 pips for this session so far. We expect for the pound, for the sessions I've got set up here, to normally do 165 to 180. So 160 at least, so we've got another few pips to go. So the session at the moment is from, this is the today line, so we're talking about from up here down to here is 70 pips. So we're expecting that this currency should be able to do at least another 90 pips in either this direction or this direction. So some will maybe get added on top of here, and maybe it'll reverse and some get added down here. But what we hope to see by the end of the day is 160 pips. So anyway, going back to this, I need to see at least 40 in here approximately to know that I've got enough volatility to trade. Know there's enough action in the market. We had 70. We know we've got another 90 that can occur. Easy enough. The second thing I'm looking at is I'm looking at my moving averages. I like to trade away from my moving averages. So I've got a longer term moving average here. I've got a shorter term moving average and another shorter term one. This is something that I'm working with and building into the dashboard. In fact, the new version of the dashboard, which is version 4, is making these moving averages automatically for me and changes the type, whether the EMA, SMA, LW, whatever, and it determines which one for each time frame. But anyway, the next thing I'm looking at is where's my nearest swing highs and swing lows on each time frame, and these are these blue lines coming off the dashboard. The one of interest to me is this thicker blue line, because that indicates to me that on the particular time frame that swing has come from, that trend is in the reverse direction to this. So what happens is that the thin lines mean that's the direction on that time frame that price is going, so we won't get an alert based on that. But a thick one means that that's a reversal of the trend on that time frame. So in this case, it's probably the M15. We're on the M15, so we've created the most recent swing high was here and here. So clearly, if we breach that and trend was down prior to that, that means that we're going to get an alert. So we've got a break of this trend line. We're on the correct side of the moving averages. We are looking at breaking a significant swing here. So once that's broken, we'd be looking at trading long. Okay, so next thing to do is just, that's what I told people straight up. So next thing to do is go and have a look at the trading platform and see what's going on there. So if I look at the THV side of things, notice that we had a massive swing back here at some point, so it's kind of mucked all these up a bit. But if we just progress along a bit, we can see the trend line. There's our breach of the trend line. Very hard to see what's going on the system, but clearly we haven't got all the rules met that we need yet. So we carry on. We got a pullback. Now for me, I actually wasn't trading off this. I was trading on the other system and didn't watch this, and if I had watched this, I would have known that was a false break because THV hadn't lined up underneath it. But anyway, as time went by, we carried on, and we got a reversal below. And for me, I did trade this little spike, and I got out for break even basically, or just slightly better. So price continues along, and there we go. There's the break, and here's the kind of rules that you're really wanting to see on THV. We've got a nice slope on the fast tricks and slow tricks here. It crossed zero, but I wasn't going to take it at this point back here. because I kind of still had this trend line to be breached again, so I didn't want to do that until I saw the breach of the trend line. We did get a breach of the trend line and above the coral and everything, but still I was just a little bit hesitant, and I didn't get in until about here. So happy I did. Price continued on, and so if we go back to the Forex Factory thread, I did a quick post about the fact that I took the little spike and broke even on that, and then so that was that spike there. Then we broke the trend line. We got good stochastics down here. We still got all our stuff happening down here. Now we've got a good solid M5 THV setup happening at that point, which I just showed you. So just need M1 to be following suit, and we're into quite a good trade. So what was I then looking at? Well, we needed to see that we still needed to breach this line here, but here's the targets. Is possibly there. We're going to get consolidation maybe about here, because that's the next big fat swing from another time frame, and then definitely the daily first resistance line. So that's what I posted to the forum again, just to let people know that I'm getting in this trade, going ahead long, and this is where we're going. So we go back to our system again, and as you can see, the trade developed and went on. For me, I was going to bed about this time, so I got out at pretty much 18 to 20 pips. I think I got out at about 18 pips around here. Did a little pullback after that, but you would have had a good, very small stop here. You would have been fine, and you would have continued on to make all the way to that first resistance point. So if you had taken this trade that I was suggesting, that was hinted at by the dashboard, you would have made 50 to 60 pips. Because that was quite a good thrust through that resistance line, you probably would have stayed in it and maybe got out nearer 70 pips. So that was a really good trade. So we'll just go back over to the analysis side of things and just see what kind of eventuated there. So we had our line coming down, and just as we go down, we got the first kind of little spike that I traded, came out for break even. Then finally we got all the stuff from the dashboard met up when we got through this point. There was a swing back, and just notice that the support and resistance lines have changed now, because now we're quite a few hours later, so the picture of this is completely different. These are automatically drawn support and resistance lines based on swings, so they are relevant to the current situation, not back at this point. If we want to see that, we needed to take a snapshot. That's why I was showing you that picture just before of what was happening at the time. So for me, I got out around this area here, which was a previous resistance line, a thick resistance line, but if you could have stayed in and gone all the way up through this line here and made some good money off that. So that would have been a nice 50 pip trade for someone, maybe 60, even 70 if you really took it to the extreme. For me, bedtime round this time, so I just got out. I'm not going to leave my trade in overnight, and I just got out with the 18 to 20 pips, so I'm happy. So great. So just after that, yeah, worth the wait. I got 18 pips, just posted to the thread, just explaining the situation. So for me, if we just have a look at the picture at the time, remember I said that the blue lines changed. Well, the important thing is that it broke this line here for me, which was a thick, that was the M15 resistance line. It broke it, so I got out kind of up nearer the next line, because I could see it retracing, and it was quite likely to retrace back to here before it took off back towards here. And with me going to bed, I just wanted to get out at my 20 pips. Quite happy, fair enough. You should do that. So summary, we're above our moving averages, so we're trading with the trend. All the moving averages were below us. We got a fractal breakout alert. We got the M5 rules met for us. In fact, down here we've got the M5 and M15, and the M1 would have been made at the time. Good trade all round. So very excellent kind of example of how I trade. Hope you enjoy that. Cheers, that's Stratman out.